On the bright summer day of August 20, 2026, news broke of an unprecedented financial merger. It promised unparalleled growth, a new era of prosperity for investors eagerly awaiting its rollout and potential returns. This detail matters because it changes. At its helm was a charismatic leader, hailed as a titan of industry. Their vision was infectious, their promises of immense wealth woven into the very fabric of the company's glowing public image. This detail matters because it changes how. Thousands poured their life savings, their futures, into this venture, lured by a dazzling track record and assurances of impenetrable security. The money flowed in, a tidal wave of misplaced trust and hope. This detail matters because it changes how. For weeks, the numbers climbed, validating every single investment. Celebration was in the air, as jubilant stakeholders envisioned their financial freedom just within reach, the culmination of years of careful saving. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence. But beneath the polished surface, the first hairline fractures began to appear. Anomalies in the intricate ledger system went unnoticed, dismissed as minor glitches in a complex, rapidly expanding operation. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence, timeline. A few sharp eyes, a handful of cautious analysts, began to voice concerns. They spoke of inconsistencies, of funds being moved through opaque channels, but their warnings were drowned out by the roar of success. This detail matters because it. Then, one ordinary Monday morning, a routine audit revealed a terrifying truth. A significant sum, an amount that defied belief, was no longer where it was supposed to be within the firm's records. This detail matters because it changes how. The news spread like wildfire, igniting a frenzy of panicked calls and frantic inquiries. The smooth facade cracked wide open, revealing the chilling emptiness behind the grand pronouncements and dazzling projections. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence. The architect of this grand design, the visionary who inspired such profound trust, had also vanished. Their digital footprint evaporated, their physical presence gone, leaving behind only a gaping void. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence, timeline. Authorities descended, their presence a stark contrast to the former opulence. Investigators meticulously combed through records, seeking any clue, any thread that could lead them to the missing fortune and its architect. This detail matters because it changes how the trail led through a labyrinth of offshore accounts, shell corporations, and encrypted communications. Each layer peeled back revealed a sophisticated plan, designed for maximum obfuscation and rapid dispersal. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence, timeline, and. It became chillingly clear this wasn't an opportunistic crime, but a meticulously orchestrated vanishing act. The immense fortune hadn't been stolen, it had been systematically and expertly dissolved into the ether. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence. Bank statements from far-flung locations showed zero balances. The digital breadcrumbs led to dead ends, a testament to the perpetrators' foresight and their complete mastery of financial subterfuge. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence, timeline, and witness. The victims, those who had entrusted their futures, were left shattered. Their dreams of security and prosperity dissolved, replaced by the bitter taste of betrayal and profound financial ruin. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence, timeline, and. International agencies joined the hunt, pursuing phantom transfers across continents. The challenge was immense, chasing not a person, but the ghost of money, dispersed into countless, untraceable digital streams. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence, timeline, and. The company, once a symbol of soaring success, collapsed under the weight of its own secrets. Its foundations crumbled, leaving behind a legacy of broken promises and a gaping hole in the market. This detail matters because it changes how. The case highlighted critical vulnerabilities in financial oversight, prompting urgent calls for reform. Regulators and institutions began re-evaluating stringent security protocols and transparency measures immediately. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence, timeline, and witness accounts fit together. While the architect remains elusive, their method became a cautionary tale. It illuminated the terrifying possibility of wealth disappearing not through theft, but through an almost supernatural manipulation of digital systems. This detail matters because it changes how the evidence. Where did the fortune truly go? Was it a grand escape, a carefully planned retirement funded by unimaginable deceit, or something even more complex hidden within the digital void? This detail matters because it changes how the evidence, timeline, and the Vanishing Act of August 20, 2026, remains one of the most perplexing financial enigmas. A fortune lost to shadows, a cautionary tale of trust, and a chilling testament to the power of deception. This detail matters because it changes